tonight. Good to see you guys. So, yes, I did some audio testing today, so hopefully things will be better and you can hear better. Oh no, Julia has an ear infection and they want to put tubes in my ears. Are you? Oh, Julia. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, just your comment. I'm 62 years old and they want to put tubes in my ears. Oh my gosh. Hey, there's Julia and Gail and Linda. Yes. That piece you posted on Facebook. Oh, I have to go look. Look. I'll have to go see that. I have not done a bunch of that stuff today. I'll tell you why we were out and about. There's Lupe is here. Yay! Lupe is here. And Linda, everybody's checking. Again, my lovely friend. All greeting each other. I love the way you guys just all are so welcoming and wonderful to each other. No matter what kind of a day anybody's having, we come together and it's just, oh, yes. So, this is the microphone that I won at People of Video. Yes, I won a Shure MV7, which is a pretty sweet little microphone. And so I got an arm thing for it. And after last night's craziness, I gave in and I hooked it up rather than the lavalier. And we'll see how I tested. I did one of my recorded ones today and I did some testing and I checked the levels and I have it on auto. Auto is such a good guy. Bad dad joke. I'm not even a dad. Oh no. Yep, there. Do you have? Hi, there. That's why your head won't stand deep. I feel your pay. Oh yeah, Ruda. I did a steampunk cow skull and an alcohol ink pumpkin. Oh my gosh. Yay! Great microphone. Yes. Yay. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad you've been selling bases. That's awesome. Christmas is coming. People are wanting gifts. You bet they are. I just don't ever seem to get around to putting those out there as things available. Yeah, my art storefronts people are all on my about the marketing time and this is the time to be doing this and that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know, but I have other things I want to be doing. Yeah. I could probably hire somebody to do all that if I wanted to, but no, I'm just having fun right now. I'm just having fun. So today, we made the decision on what to do for Aldo while we're gone to Oaxaca. And we went with the decision to go with Rover, one of the people who does the dogs, went through the Rover app and the dog sitting, and they went in. Aldo had a meet and greet with the family that he's going to stay with, and it was too cute. So they have a 7-month-old golden retriever named Tucker. They want to make sure that Aldo got along with Tucker, and Aldo proceeded to tell Tucker who was going to be boss while he was there, and they got along fine and chased each other all over this fenced-in yard. And then Sophie, their elderly Chihuahua, came out to prance around and approve of this young 7-year-old who was going to come along, and they got along just fine too. Although usually doesn't get along with girl dogs as well as he does guy dogs, but Sophie he tolerated. So we're really happy because my sister is not yet healthy enough after her double mastectomy to take on watching our dog, and my other sister lives close to. She was going to be in and out, gone to on trips, so it wasn't going to work. And although doesn't always get along with their dog. And Lucy's kind of, or no, that was Lucy. They have another new dog now. And then Patty is in Eastern Washington, so that wasn't going to work. And so we just decided to try this. And although it's going to be great because he's going to have two other dogs to play with for the whole time we're gone. Um, and so it's kind of nice that, yeah, I know golden retrievers real well. We had um, two of them for a long time, and then we had a golden retriever collie mix, and a yellow lab. The yellow lab was deaf. They all were about a year and a half apart, and they all lived till the age of 16. So I had those big dogs for a long, long time. And then after the last one passed, it was 9 years before we could get another one, before we got Aldo. So this is going to be fun for him, and we're really pleased that we found something. So anyway, but that's what's going on today. And I got some Tamara sent me some photos, but I'm going to save those for tomorrow night to put in, and some art. So if anybody else has art that they've been doing and wants to send, I want to put those in tomorrow night. I'll have some more time to do that. Tomorrow during the day, I'm going to run off to go see my sister Sarah, see how she's doing, and check on her before I dive into some other stuff too. Yay! So yeah, and I also I haven't done any of my own editing really. I still have to put together all my Africa stuff and all that kind of thing. So one of these days I'm gonna have to buckle down and just do my own artwork and my photography a bit. But for today, be that as it may, I have another story for you. Another Tomie DePaola, and Strega Nona has come again. So you met Strega Nona last night and saw what she did and how she came to be, and what a lot of the things about her were. And let's see, in this book about Tomie DePaola, and you were introduced to Big Anthony, and Big Anthony becomes kind of a prime character in a lot of the Strega Nona stories. And so she takes on Big Anthony as her helper, as her assistant. And he's kind of bumbling and goofy and all kinds of things, and doesn't have a lot of confidence in himself. And she, in her stories, in Tomie DePaola, what he does, a lot of his stories have great lessons and great teaching. And Strega Nona does a lot to instruct Big Anthony on how to be more confident, or how to be a little more less lazy, and all these kind of things. And so this story tonight is called Strega Nona's Magic Ring. And, she has that what they call it, the folkloric quality of the tales, or the combination of silliness and warm-hearted truthfulness embedded in the plots. Or is it the child-friendly directness of delivery, or even the Italian aura of sun-warmed colors and brisk lines that enliven the action? That what makes her so enduring. And it's most likely, as they say, all of those things, because she just, the artwork has that beautiful Tuscan sun-drenched kind of things. She has potions and cures. She's magical, and she just embodies this grandmotherly aspect. I don't know about you, but my mom's mom, my grandma Melby, was kind of magical in and of herself. She could, everything she did and take me places, and it was just so much fun. And Grandma Walker, my dad's mom, was a bit more stern and just a whole different kind of person, but still had a personality. She was the one that was the photographer, and she had a dry kind of wit about her. So it's, I don't know, it's that those stories about that kids see in these kind of people and what they do, is just really fun. In it says here in one of the commentaries on DePaola's work, it says the love ingredient is certainly central to DePaola's work. One sees it in his own interactions with children in library or classroom settings and in the way he involved them in his books. He treated his characters thoughtfully, infused them with dignity, and injected warmth that radiates off the page. In putting children at the center of what he wrote and illustrated, DePaola created a direct line to their hearts and to their intellects. As Betty Peltola, chair of the 1990 United States Hans Christian Andersen Award Committee, wrote in presenting DePaola as the U.S. nominee for the International Board on Books for Young People's Illustrator Awards, his illustrations capture and reflect the mood of the text and always are clear in meaning to the child reader. Children relate, for example, to how the brusque but kind-hearted Strega Nona takes in the awkward Big Anthony, the overworked Bombolona, and the scheming Strega Amelia, and to how she continues to get Big Anthony out of scrapes, sends Bombolona back to her father to help out when times are tight, and wishes her rival, Strega Amelia, the best. All of those things that happen in these books, but I love that core idea that he treated his characters in a way that he wanted to teach kids, that he treated them with dignity and injected warmth that radiates off the page. And I just love that about it. So today, I have the book Strega Nona's Magic Ring for you. And it's another wonderful tale. What are you guys talking about? So the microphone sounds good, right, Gail? She said, like it. Christmas is coming. People are wanting gifts, says Linda. Yay. Got some beautiful work. Art fair October 30th, and my stock is dwindling. Oh, Julia, get it in there. Get it done. And Lupe's been doing everything every day. Your posts every day are just amazing. Is a plant, not sure what it's called in English. I can send you some. Ooh, root is a plant. Oh, mine are so big they are a handful. What is it? The cure for the homeopathic cure for swimmer's ear, because my kids got swimmer's ear all the time on swim team, is a couple drops of isopropyl alcohol and water mixed, and you drop that into the ear, and it helps with swimmer's ear. Yeah, email me your address and I can get it in the mail tomorrow. In your spare time. Yes, in my spare time. Oh no, buffering isn't being retired relaxing. Yeah, isn't being retired relaxing. I'm really glad it's not. I think I would probably have pulled my hair out, and I just, it's just not, I mean, we're not meant to stop learning and growing and doing things. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people, yeah, it's what I've seen happen with people that kind of fall apart, is that they just stop, and if they don't find something to do or find something that they want to do or try something new, I have a lot more to learn. Women are never retired. Hey, there's Larry. Yay. And Angie, you're here. Yay. Grandma's like that. Yeah. So anyway, yes, Larry, thanks for being here. Like, you'll miss my winning. Yes, my new sound. Here it is. Larry, this is the Shure MV7. I won it at the People of Video conference. And I was like, what? And I got headphones too that are really sweet. Shure headphones, really nice. But I'm not using those. I'm using some wireless ones that are working better than the other stuff that I had because, yeah, just because I'm home and at the setup and it works. I still had to look and watch like 3 videos on how to do and where to set up and what to do the right way. And I don't know if I have it set right and talking right, but it's going to be what it's going to be until I get it all figured out. I have it set, as I said, my good friend auto level rather than manual trying to do this. Nope, I went rather than manuel, I went with auto. Yeah, so that's the way it is. Anyway, sounds great. Good. I'm glad it sounds good. So the alcohol dries the water. Yep. It is really a good thing. Having run, up here in the Northwest, we have mid-lake swim leagues and stuff like that. And my daughter swam on them from the time she was very little. And then I was on the board. And so she was always on a team from the time she was quite little. But then I got on the board and there were 36 swim teams, and I was president of the board. So I was in charge of swim team organization that ran swim teams from all the way up north in Seattle up by Linwood, Kirkland, all the way down almost to down to Renton. And so all the things to have to do with swimming, diving, and water polo, I'm pretty well versed in. Yeah, pretty well versed in those type of things. So, but that works. Isopropyl alcohol mixed with water, drop in the ear, helps with swimmer's ear, and it might help with what you've got going, Julia. Don't know, on your ear infection. Sometimes it helps. We did that for Lachlan the other day when his ear started to hurt when we were down there, and it helps a bunch. But now it's time for the story, and Strega Nona is coming in with Strega Nona's Magic Ring. So by Tomie DePaola. Once again, you'll see in his artwork, and you get a chance to see, he grounds the work without a lot of dimension, like without a lot of perspective. It's all just right on there flat. So you've got that flat border on the bottom, and then the simple lines of the face and the repetition of colors. She oftentimes wears that kind of gray blue headdress, and Big Anthony oftentimes has that kind of pinkish shirt underneath. That color kind of strums through a lot of the work, but it has that glow to it, that as that commentator said about the Italian glow that goes with it, because it is set in Calabria. She is Strega Nona. Wintertime was very quiet in the little town in Calabria where Strega Nona, Grandma Witch, and her helper Big Anthony lived. People came to Strega Nona to help them solve their troubles. Big Anthony did his chores and tried to behave himself. And every morning Bambolona, the baker's daughter, came to deliver the bread. Oh, there's Tamara. Hey, Tamara's here. Yay! One day the sun began to shine a little brighter, and the birds began to sing a little sweeter, and the flowers began to bloom everywhere. Spring had come, and Big Anthony began to drag his feet. Anthony, said Strega Nona, whatever is the matter? You're sleeping late. Your chores are half done, and every time I look at you, you're gazing into space and sighing. Oh, Strega Nona, I don't know what's wrong with me, said Big Anthony. Everything in my head is fuzzy. "I think you have spring fever," said Strega Nona. "What you need is a little night life. Why don't you go to the village dance tonight? It will perk you up." Big Anthony sighed again. "The village seems so far away," he said. "And anyway, who would dance with me?" "Thumbelina, the baker's daughter, would," said Strega Nona. "Why don't you ask her when she brings the bread?" "Who?" asked Big Anthony, for in truth he had never noticed her. When supper was finished and Strega Nona was straightening up her cupboard, she suddenly stopped and said to herself, a little night life. That's not a bad idea. It's been quite a while since I went to the village and danced the tarantella." Then she began to bang the little drawers open and shut, looking into each of them. The noise startled Big Anthony, who was sitting outside gazing at the moon. "What is Strega Nona doing?" he asked himself, peeking through a crack in the door. "Aha! There it is," said Strega Nona, holding up a tiny golden ring. "I haven't used this in years." And she slipped the ring on the first finger of her right hand and then began to sing, "Oh, little band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot." There was a puff of smoke, and instead of Strega Nona, there stood a beautiful lady in elegant clothes. Big Anthony could hardly believe his eyes. Secretly, Big Anthony followed the beautiful lady all the way to the village square. And there he watched her dance the tarantella all night long. She's having a good time. All the smiles. When the dance was over, Big Anthony followed her back to Strega Nona's house. There the lady sang, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon goes wane, turn me back to me again." Then she slipped the ring off her finger, and with a puff of smoke, there was Strega Nona. "Oh," whispered Big Anthony, "if only I could get that ring, I would be the handsomest man in all of Calabria, and all the village ladies would want to dance with me." Big Anthony decided to wait for his chance, which came the very next morning after Bombolona brought the bread. Just a sec, I'm making this a little bigger for me. There we go. All day long, Big Anthony waited. Finally, when the sun went down, he ran inside and rummaged through the drawers of Strega Nona's magic cupboard until he found the tiny golden ring. He pushed it on his first finger of his right hand as far as it would go, and he sang, "Oh, little band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot." And there was a puff of smoke, and Big Anthony rushed to the mirror and looked, and the face looking back at him was certainly not his own. There stood a handsome Big Anthony in elegant clothes. "Aha!" shouted handsome Big Anthony, "and now for a little night life." When he strolled into the village, everyone was dancing the tarantella in the middle of the square. In a second, handsome Big Anthony was surrounded by all the ladies there, young and old and fat and thin and pretty and not so pretty. They had never seen such a handsome man in all their lives. Come dance with me, each of them cried, pulling at his arms. Round and round they went, dancing the tarantella. So this is a little nightlife, thought handsome Big Anthony happily. Whoops, the men in the village are not as happy. There's Bombolona, I think, in the back. After several hours, handsome Big Anthony was beginning to get a little tired, but the ladies wouldn't let him stop dancing. Caro, they cried, dance with me, Caro next. And they began to push and shove. They pushed and shoved so much that at last handsome Big Anthony got scared. Un momento, just a minute, let me catch my breath, he cried. But the pushing and shoving and grabbing and kissing only went on more. Handsome Big Anthony began to run, and the ladies began to run too, after him. Handsome Big Anthony stopped and sang, "Oh, shiny band my golden ring, again this little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again, please." Then he tried to take off the ring, but it stuck fast. "Mamma mia," he cried, "what am I going to do?" Past the fountain, past the priest, past the sisters of the convent, on their way to prayers he ran. Out through the gate, past the goats, into the countryside. Me, dance with me, amore," cried the ladies close behind. Handsome Big Anthony continued to run. Again he sang the song, although he was out of breath, and again he tugged at the ring, but he couldn't budge it. At last he climbed a cypress tree up to the very top. Now he had nowhere to go. "Help! Save me! Help!" he cried. And he sang some more and tugged some more, but it did no good. The ladies reached the tree and shook it hard. Shook it and shook it and shook it. "Come down, you handsome devil, you dance with us some more. With Maria, Conchetta, Clorinda, Rosanna, Teresa, Francesca, Clotilda," they cried. Finally, they shook the tree so hard that handsome Big Anthony lost his grip and flew into the air. "Oh no," he cried, "they'll get me for sure." He landed on his handsome big nose right in front of a little house, Strega Nona's house, and Strega Nona was home from her visit. It didn't take her the time to blow 3 kisses to see what had happened. "Anthony," she said, "where did you get my magic ring?" "Oh, Strega Nona, help me, please. I only wanted a little fun, just a little nightlife. I sang the song, but the ring is stuck. What am I to do? Here they come. They plead, they're after me. Please make me again." And Strega Nona opened a flagon of olive oil and rubbed some on his finger. "Now," she said, "sing." And handsome Big Anthony sang loudly, "Oh, shiny band my golden ring, again this little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again." And the ring slipped off his finger, and when the puff of smoke had cleared, there sat Big Anthony. "Where is he? Oh, where did he go? Where is that handsome devil?" cried the ladies from the village. "There is no one here, as you can see, but me and Big Anthony," said Strega Nona. Calling, "Wait for us," the ladies rushed away, and soon they were out of sight. "Oh, Anthony," said Strega Nona, "will you never learn?" "Strega Nona, you saved my life. Never again, I promise, never again will I touch your magic," cried Big Anthony. "Never mind, Big Anthony," said Strega Nona with a smile. "There are other kinds of magic in the spring." And there comes Bombolona with the bread on her head and some flowers for him. Oh, the look on Big Anthony's face and the peacock that he has up there. I wonder where. In Tomie DePaola's books, one of his symbols of his work is a white bird. And he talks about it at one point about um, in his work where he puts it, Tomie DePaola. He usually has it in almost all his book because it's kind of a symbol for him that he's used. But I don't know if I saw it in this one. Let's see. I look for the white bird. Nope, not there. The bunny. I don't see the bird. I saw the peacock. I love the way he does those simple backgrounds, just the stars and the moon and everything. That whole aspect is so simple and nice. Well, I'll have to find the bird and talk about that on another night. That's this bird, but not the white one. Huh. There's Big Anthony. Like his illustrations, yeah. They're pretty amazing. His face is hilarious. Again, never will he touch the magic. Yeah, look at the face. Uh-oh. And you see the simple lines that Tomie DePaola uses. And but it's so complex in everything and so layered, and it's just, oh, amazing. Touch the magic. I get to dance with handsome Anthony. And it's about a week. So yeah, anyway, never again will he touch the magic. Yeah, well, that's the joke. Never again will he touch the magic. What are the chances of that? Yeah. I, he is, they're so expressive. And as he said, what was it? If I can find that other book. Open and Libby about the bird. I wonder if it's gonna. This was a life. They said that what he you can see in this book here. I'll show you. This is that book about Tomie DePaola. I use my garden like I use my paints. Stepping into Tomie DePaola's home is much like walking into the pages of his books. Well, one is subliminally aware of the thoughtfully controlled design. The eye focuses on the feast of color, the array of art objects, both solemn and amusing, and the surprising details that promise a story. At one time, 3 life-size fleece-covered mountain goats stood in the entryway. But what still permeates both house and book is an abiding warmth of love and connectivity. Without a doubt, DePaola's New Hampshire home was an artistic experience, but the human factor, his large, welcoming smile, the rush of his laugh, his exuberant greeting is what is most memorable. His enthusiasm carried across the threshold and provided an easy cushion for free-flowing, pithy conversations about art, illustration, books, writing, folklore, research, travel, family, and life in general. In the background, classical music would filter through the rooms, while outside his wooden deck, stretching lawn, and lavish flower beds melded into the ambience. And even when DePaola traveled, the place echoed with his effervescent personality. Yet one could sense that beneath DePaola's ebullience lay a highly complicated man with a private place that he reserved for himself, that his home was not a showcase for admirers, but integral to his own artistic expression. So you see, in his house here. His paintings provide centerpieces for comfortable folk art filled rooms. And his office, this was his, um, oh, it's not going to expand. And there he was in his studio. He had Italian grandparents, Concetta and Antonio DePaola, and Irish grandparents, Irish and Italian. Yeah, that's pretty great. So I'll spend some more time with that book and find some more things out because I have another one for you tomorrow night with Tomie DePaola. A little bit different. It's probably not a Strega Nona one, I don't think. Did I switch to a different one? I bet I did. What did I have for that? Yes. Oh, yes. I have another one that's not a Strega Nona book for tomorrow night. A little bit different from his style. So, and I have another one for the next night on another one of his legends that he did, which is a completely different cultural legend. He was really good with going from cultures and integrating and different kind of things back and forth. And then he also did a whole bunch of books around different faiths and or different parts of faiths. He did a story on St. Francis of Assisi. He did a story on St. Christopher. He did a story of the Lady of Guadalupe, and he did Finn McCool, which is an Irish folktale, which is very cool, and all kinds of wonderful things. So I'm excited. One and Granddad as well. Wow, what an interesting mix. Yeah, really fun books. Till the next time. Yes, I'm glad. All right, you guys, that brings me to the end of tonight's story and art. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys saw the message that there seemed to be a little bit of a positive surge in Dee's health, or a little bit positive. She opened her eyes, and uh, I got that message through Angie and everything. So I hope things are going well there. So I'm just saying, as I responded with, we're just going to keep sending positive, even though the prayer vigil itself has stopped. Let's just keep sending positive energy and positive vibes her way, and for peace for her, really. Yeah, that's what I can only hope for her. All right, you guys. That's what all we need is each of us just to really, lift up, protected, hedge of protection and peace. That's all good. So tonight, I hope you enjoyed that story. We'll see if we'll find another Strega Nona too along the way sometime and see if Big Anthony has learned anything. And also have to find out a little bit more about Bombolona. And then there is the biography of her, Strega Nona's biography, and Big Anthony's biography also. So we have some things to explore with this author and illustrator and these characters. So until next time, you guys, thanks so much for being here, for sharing your time with me, and for bringing me into your home, and giving up some of your precious time to hear me tell silly stories. And I hope you enjoyed them. Send in your artwork, and we'll show it tomorrow night. And Tamara, I got your pictures. We'll pull those up tomorrow night. And we'll see how that. I'm going to go see my sister tomorrow. Hopefully she's feeling up to a visitor. And if not, I'll just sneak by and be the baby sister that teases her into putting up with me. It'll help. Believe it or not, it will help. All right, you guys, everybody take care. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you, and you know where you'll find it first is if you go look in the mirror. Take care.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights.
Yes, prayers for D.
Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh,
Bye, Tamra. Bye, Gail. And Larry.
I just need you by my side.
Well, I'm glad you weren't chatting while you were driving, Larry.
Shameless, famous, running cool.
I was listening to YouTube's today P&M Art Studio, and they were playing through my speakers, and it sounded like they were in the back seat of my Mini Cooper. It's hilarious.
We could be famous.
Oh yeah,
You blow my mind
Julia, good idea, Gail. Julia, send pictures of your vases.
better than usual. Yeah, you don't even try.
Oh, it was Mariah's birthday, so people sent her things, and she was opening all kinds of things that you could hear the tissue paper and the cellophane and everything, and it literally sounded like they were in the back seat of the car. It was hilarious. Bob was driving, going, "What's going on?" Yes, we do miss your witty conversation, Larry. Angie, thanks for being here, Larry. Camera, Julia, Gail. Linda didn't make it tonight. I don't think Linda's here. Lupe. Yay! So excited. I'm really excited about, oh, this is yawning, but I just pulled up books I have books to record for you about Dia de los Muertos, so that they'll be for you to hear about while I'm gone, and some other ones. Some very cool books out there about those. Dance time.
The big girl mic.